Hello, hello, welcome, welcome. How are we all doing today? How are we doing? You wanna know what I love? You wanna know what's my favorite thing ever? I don't know if you can tell, but this is sarcasm. We're gonna get to the sarcasm bit in about 2 moments. Because when I open OBS, something just isn't working. So my model capture was just broken. I don't know why. And I'm like, maybe I should look into that. You know what? I'm just curious. Is there anything... 1 day ago, Spout 2 doesn't seem to be working. No comments. Awesome. You must have your background set to black only. Well, this doesn't appear to be my problem. Alright, anyways, it's fine. Isn't that the point of software, to just break occasionally? Ah, shit, you right. You right. How are we gonna make them pay for Spout 3 if Spout 2 doesn't break randomly? Oh god, how awful. Anyways, we, it's working. It's working right now. Also, I'm lagging, so there's that. We're just hitting all of the bells and whistles today. We're just popping off. We're just going. It is Sunday, so we should probably just get going, get into it. We have a few supports, or I should say maybe a bunch of supports. So there's that. We also have this. I think this is the... It's that one mission. The guy shows up, he's like, meh, 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 meh. And then you're like, oh no, the guy. And then you go over to him, and then Judith's like, oh, blah, 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 blah. And then... and then Judith dies. So, you don't want Judith to die. And in order for Judith to not die, you need to go kill the two. Because she can't save herself, and it's awful and terrible. Hey, come on. What is this? Stop. What was the bonk for? Didn't you beat Rajang yesterday? Why are you mad at me? I didn't do anything wrong. Okay. Yeah. So the good news is at least I did my homework. I tried to get Caspar to pass their War Master exam at a 50%, and it did not happen. So, you cheated in that blueprints test? Ah, yes, thank you. Oh, by the way, I wanted to mention that I actually got the trophy for the test. Because it's... you don't actually need to ace it, as in get it perfect. The mark I got said 50% in art. So the 2 questions I got wrong in art were it was fine. I also want to let you know, because I wasn't going to talk about it, but you brought up blueprints, so now I feel like I need to talk about it. Is that I opened the sweepstakes envelope, and then I immediately got Freezer, which means that I got 400 gold on the day after that to buy the tents immediately. This all happened back to back. This all happened immediately. So, kind of popped off with that. I'm not excited about needing to actually do that now. Yeah, I don't want to start grinding for blue notes. The funny thing is that my foundation is on rank 7, and I have the king piece, so it's actually not that hard. It's actually quite easy. You literally just like unfortunately my setup, since I don't have the break room, I do need to set up solving security every day. But after I solve security, it's literally just like you banner for blue and then you just get blue rooms. So the stepped process, which I'm probably gonna do off stream because it's boring. Is solve security, foundation, and then draft 5 blue rooms, and like I've already read some. They're kind of funny actually. Like I appreciate yeah. My favorite blue note is in the parlor. I see. Well, I need to make sure to not draft parlor. That's sort of the problem, by the way, is I was like, oh man, I can't draft Den. Like, if I want to get the note for Den, I need to not draft it. Which is kind of funny. Also, I looked it up because I didn't want to... Well, first of all, when I activated it, like when I bought the thing, I wanted to see if it was active immediately. So I looked up where the location of one of them was, because I had like the boiler room. I was like, okay, I don't know what this looks like. I don't know where it's supposed to be. So I looked up the location of that one in the boiler room, which more obviously or more apparently, there's just like a list of all of them. So I could refer to that if I didn't want to do the grind. I'm going to, because I have nothing. Well, I was going to say because I have nothing to do. That's not actually true either. It's just, I'm probably just going to do it slowly and record them. But it was active immediately, and I knew what they looked like. Sort of got the gist, which is nice, by the way. I appreciate that the location for the notes isn't really that bad, or at least I haven't encountered any that are too bad. It's usually like, well, if you look around kind of, you'll probably find it. The laboratory one was a piece of shit, though. That one was annoying. Blue Note is a boys love manga? I knew that. What, you think I didn't know that? Obviously I knew that. I totally knew that. 100%. Also, this is gonna drive me nuts, dude. The fact that my model is lagging. Anyways, don't look at the list. They will have spoilers for stuff other than just the notes. I mean, maybe that's fair. I don't know. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm going to... Sorry, we're gonna have to deal with me lagging today. Sorry. Every time I look over, it's so distracting, dude. I can't begin to describe. Okay, we're gonna minimize that. So I don't wanna look at it. I don't get distracted by the fact that it looks off. Okay. Yeah, but I scrolled past it. I actively attempted to not read them. So the other thing was I figured out the method, or rather I got a bunch of letters sent to the mailroom. So now I know how to potentially get the password for the grotto. So that's cool. Don't know who it's supposed to be. Or like who the admin key is, but I know the way you're supposed to make the key. It's like first 4 letters of the last name and the first initial first name. So it's really funny because, like, you know that a new clue matters. Yeah, I bought it as well. I got a lot of stuff done just very quickly. It was super funny to me because I left to go do the thing that I was going to do. I had a like Lyria Mama and Lyria Fam, rather me as the person who still lives in the castle. We did our Mother's Day stuff yesterday. So went and did that, came back, took like a 3-hour nap. I don't know why I felt the need. I was just so tired. Right, sorry. And then after that, I went to... I, like, played some blueprints, and then, like, had all those things happen within, like, an hour or something. And then just, like... just killed it. Just got a bunch of stuff done. I was surprised, personally. I was surprised at how much I got done in, like, an hour. Yesterday was Mother's Day. That's going to come up later. No, I think today is Mother's Day. Actually. Right? Yeah, May 11th. But my family doesn't necessarily care about doing things exactly on the day because we understand that the meta pick, you know what I mean? The meta pick is not needing to deal with that shit on the day of. So, yeah, we went to a restaurant, ordered out, and man, I got destroyed. I don't know why. Usually, because I didn't really eat much yesterday. Like, I think I had, like, breakfast, and then we played a bunch of blueprints, and then I'm like, oh, right, there's stuff to do. So, but yeah, I ordered, like, I ordered some side dishes, because, like, I'm fine with taking side dishes home. Doesn't really bother me. So usually I'll if we're ordering more, I'll order a couple and then bring some home. But I like just didn't even get to my main. I don't know what happened. I was not feeling it. Was not hungry. Despite the fact that I basically didn't eat anything. However, I will say that it might have been because I had a I ordered like a coffee there. It was like an iced coffee with condensed milk. And that made me feel very jittery. So I think it might have just been because I had like 2 coffees yesterday and then I basically crashed. That might have been what happened. Well, I felt the need to sleep. But yeah, I got a lot done yesterday. I'm actually pretty happy about that. Outside from blueprints. So like I did the blueprint stuff and I'm like, okay, cool. Wait, I have all this other stuff to do. Also, I don't know if anyone else like cares at all. I don't know. I was very lightly following Enreco, Hololive, production, Minecraft, RP, whatever. And I thought it was really interesting because they ended on a cliffhanger. And the... what's it called? Advent was bad guys. And it's like, wow, oh my god. The reason why I thought that was interesting... Just, like, I think this is interesting conceptually. From a production level. Because the first time... people were really invested in it or something like that, and they had to put a warning out this time being like, guys, just so you know, this is an RP server. Like, this is roleplay. Like, these are not the talents necessarily. Like, it's RP. Which I think is a good disclaimer to have for people who don't get it. Who have never played a game of D&D before in their entire life. Which I always appreciate when you can like push the extremes, but it's not really what I mean. You can like, I appreciate it when I can play it up a little bit for a character in an RPG game. I appreciate doing that. But the thing I was surprised about was because I had problems with that the first time, I was very surprised that they had characters turn heel, basically. Because I would assume that if people already had difficulty kind of parsing the kayfabe the first time that having 5 characters turn heel would be like difficult for people, if that makes sense. Like, don't you think people would maybe, wouldn't that bother people? You know, like, I don't know, man. So I thought that was strange. It was strange. I wonder what's going to happen with that. Rather, I wonder from a meta perspective what's going to happen with that insofar as people reacting to it. That's what I mean. I don't know if that makes sense at all. But what else? I feel like there was one more thing. Oh yeah. I think one of my favorite bits of RP that I have ever done, which honestly, it was like weirdly difficult for me when this happened because I don't know how to describe it. I think I was like a little too invested maybe, but I was playing we were playing a like Vampire the Masquerade game. And if you know anything about that universe, which I don't know a whole lot about, just for the record, but in that universe, there's like, how would you say? Like, it's tragic. It is a tragic universe. Like, if you become a vampire, you will slowly lose your mind until you, like, you know, until you brain blast. Like, it's very tragic. So my character was a newly turned, like, upteenth millionth generation vampire. He did not want to be a vampire. It's super cringe. And then we had a bunch of, like, the rest of the crew were actual vampires, like, doing actual vampire things. But they basically, all of them had super crazy vampire superpowers, but my character had, like, didn't really have much because he was like a half vampire, whatever. But so like I had to basically constantly lie to the party members in order to weasel my way out of things. Because the skill I took was like gaslighting or something like that. Like the only thing the character could really do, they were like a pseudo persuasion character featuring gaslighting and whatever. The one thing that happened because I was trying to escape the confines of the party, because this wasn't like it wasn't like 6 characters go on a murder hobo adventure and do something. It was like, you guys can just RP in the universe and see what happens. So my character wanted nothing to do with all of this vampire bullshit. He was not about it. And in order to meet my contact, I had to basically break away from one of the player characters who actually had powers or whatever. So they rolled like a sanity check or something where it's like you roll it or you take madness. It's like whenever you make a check, there's like a madness die. So if you roll a madness die, you like are forced to do something against your will. And like that's just the purpose of the system. So it's like if you're trying to like casually persuade somebody into like having sex with you, for example, and then you roll a madness die, you like rip their face off because that's how madness works. So my character said like, oh, I'm gonna go check my apartment to like check my emails of a particular thing because we're trying to cover up the fact that I'm a vampire. I'm trying to disappear. So we need to like cover up my emails. We need to like move all of my stuff out of my apartment and stuff like that. But before I did that, I wanted to go talk to my in-universe significant other, girlfriend, whatever, just to be like, I have to go. I'm sorry. I cannot tell you why, but I just need to leave. So I went to do that. And this guy super jumps up to my apartment, goes into the apartment, and is like, why isn't this guy in his apartment? He said he would be in his apartment. He lied to me. Which I didn't explicitly, I just needed to go talk to this other like NPC first. So I didn't explicitly lie to them about that part. So this guy, you know, he has like a madness fit from doing the super jump, I think. It was something like that. He has a madness fit and like tears up my apartment, which my character hears from the floor down that like some shit was happening one floor up. So I was basically like, okay, so this character, his name was Keith, talking to my significant other, says I have to leave, hear this big bang or whatever, and then I'm like, I very solemnly look away and start slowly walking off to the stairs to go upstairs, to which I open the apartment door and look at this player like basically straight in the face, and I was literally like, what the fuck, man? Like, what the fuck are you doing? It was like very dramatic at the time, and I was like, dude, I told you I was going to do this thing. I just got here. Like, you just destroyed my apartment. Get the fuck out. Like, so he's like, oh, I did not mean to destroy your apartment. Shit, my bad. Fucking madness dice. He walks out of the apartment door. Keith walks into the apartment, closes the door, and he's like, my contact comes in through the window and is like, all right, we got to get out of here because that guy is going to, like, he's going to notice that you're gone. We need to leave now. So Keith ends up escaping, and I go talk to some gang of vampires that are doing some other shit. I don't know. The point is, my character's goals were to not necessarily be with the party because they're a bunch of fucking crazy ass vampire murder hobos. But it's just that scene played out, I think, really well, where, like, you know, my character had all intentions to, like, go to my room. And if I went directly to my room, I probably would have been caught trying to escape. But because I, in universe, intended to say first goodbye to my significant other because I felt like that was important, I guess, or my character felt like that was important, this other guy who was like, no, I need to check if he's lying, like, literally rolls a madness die from existing, smashes my apartment, and then I have an excuse to yell at him and be like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? Like, in RP, tell this guy off to just, like, what the fuck, man? And I am not channeling the full extent or anger or yelling or whatever, but it was pretty dramatic. They were basically like, oh shit, man. Like, they're like, I felt bad. Verbatim is what they said. So anyways, I appreciate when RP gives you a chance to do something, basically. Or it gives you an opportunity to play the character, basically. So, you know, a guy with a crazy wife sounds like one of his stories. He was also crazy. Yeah, I mean, you know, it's not like the character's a good person. Like Keith was a serial liar, basically, right? But it's just interesting that based on the circumstances, I was given the opportunity to, like, do that. So I thought that was interesting. And especially because it was a Vampire the Masquerade game, like, we kind of had an excuse to, like, be bad people. Like, because the universe isn't... Like, people aren't good in that universe, if that makes sense. So, I thought it was interesting. Thought that was fun. And I saw this message earlier. I think it's easier for people to see someone being obviously evil in scenario and see it as acting compared to someone doing something that could be interpreted as simply a bit off kilter. I agree. It's just something that came to mind where it's like, I wonder if people would be too wrapped up in this and be like, oh no, Advent aren't the bad people. They're not the bad. So, I thought that was interesting. But yeah, I think that vampire game also traumatized me because my girlfriend in-game was horrifically murdered by a Nosferatu. Which is very funny because the player that killed her was like, how do I say this? My girlfriend succeeded in universe. Succeeded, like 4 defense rolls or something like that against a superhuman. So I was like, yeah, go. She was colloquially called Cinnamon Roll, by the way, because she was just a sad gardener girl, whatever. Which terrible things were happening to her because her boyfriend was a vampire. So obviously awful things, not good things. Do not want to be related to the world of darkness. Am I using that term correctly? I don't know anything about the universe. And yeah, so she succeeded a bunch of defense rolls. She did actually lock the door. I think because I like warned her. Did I forewarn her or something? Like she had reason to like defend herself or protect herself. And then she succeeded a bunch of defense rolls, but this guy was like insistent on killing my girlfriend. I don't know, it was so funny to me. And basically right before what's it called? There's like a faction in the universe that is explicitly hunts vampires. So right before those guys showed up, this guy had like one last turn of initiative. He's like, if you have one more attack to try and kill this person, otherwise the like hunters will be on your ass and you will probably die immediately. Right? He takes the shot and actually kills her on like the 5th attack. And I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck, man? Like he was raging out. I think he was at like a bunch of madness dice because he kept rolling checks and using powers. So she eventually did die. And yeah, we never actually got around to it. But my character was probably going to roll a sanity check, hearing the news that my girlfriend died in RP. I keep saying that out loud, and I don't know why. It feels weird to me. So I was going to roll a sanity check. We never actually did the check because the game concluded after that. I think it was just like, it's a little complicated to run. There was a lot of like different stuff happening, so I think we just kind of like decided to drop it. We weren't really sure if we were making progress on the story either because it was a bit unclear. And basically, like when you roll sanity checks, you either become more vampire or less, like, or stay not as vampire-ified. So my character's goal was actually to remain human enough such that I could be turned back, which is like incredibly unlikely. Incredibly unlikely. But if I succeeded the sanity roll, which it was entirely possible that I did, I basically would have found the killer, or like that was the hope, was I would find the killer and basically be like, I would attempt to find the humanity or parallel between him and my girlfriend. To just be like you are a sick freak of an individual, but his character trait was he was like obsessed with rats. Like he really liked rats. He literally had like surveillance rats. That was his special powers. So I would have been like, you look at rats the same way she looked at flowers. So I can't find it within myself to kill you. If I succeeded the sanity check, that was kind of what I had rolled up. But because we were on hiatus for a couple weeks, so I had some time to think about it. But that never ended up happening. I thought it would have been a good arc for the lad, though. I think it would have been an interesting... What is the most, like, human thing you can say as, like, a recently turned vampire? Who knows? Maidenless. That is the correct way to refer to the killer. Yes, they were very maidenless. So was I, because I think their intention was actually just to KO her and then, like, interrogate her, but they super killed her on the first attack. And then he, like, jumped off the balcony and then, like, snapped her back, basically. Because he madness died and then jumped off the balcony and, like, crashed into the ground. So, she wasn't a vampire. So she super died. Like, Giga Omega died. Oh, man. Cinnamon Roll didn't deserve that, man. She deserved better. She also deserved better than Keith. Fucking, like, lying straight to her face all the time. So, feels bad, man. Anyways, I have RP stories. I think RP is fun. It's fun to play character when you have the energy to do so. But I think in my active games right now, I've had several characters die in the Monday game because it's more of a meat grinder type game. And then on Wednesday, which plays every other week, my character is basically a listless dumbass. So, actually, the last thing she did, we were bargaining with some pirates. Or rather, we were trying to save some, like, captured individuals. So we're trying to distract these pirates with, because they're, like, partying or something. And my character's like some pirates are gambling, basically, right? They're playing liar's dice. And my character's like puts a gold piece down when they're clearly using copper. And then I, like, super pass my persuasion check to, like, fool them or whatever. But I kept saying stuff like, I put 1 gold piece for 3 of those copper pieces. And then, like, I would try to win 3 copper pieces and be like, 1 copper piece for 3 of those things. So I just kept saying 1 for 3, because that's, like, the first thing they said when I got to the table. They were like, oh yeah, 1 of those gold pieces is 3 of these copper pieces. So, like, I took, like, a copper piece, like, 1 for 3. No, one pint for 3 of those things. And we didn't get to it. We didn't get to the point in time for me needing to narrate this. But I was, in fact, I did have underwear in my inventory, so I was going to say 1 for 3. And I thought that would have been great. That would have been great. We didn't get there, though. We didn't have to say 1 for 3 for that. That didn't happen yet. But yeah. Okay. So, I think we can actually do the mission now. Now that you've heard me ramble about my cringe roleplay. And 2 of our characters have failed their...
To the Alliance Army's plea, Judith has agreed to provide soldiers.
Their class ups.
To meet up with reinforcements, the Alliance Army sets out for Aelel, the Valley of Torment. Unbeknownst to Claude, something else awaits them there.
Oh no. You're telling me there are going to be bad guys and there's going to be some kind of encounter? That's crazy. That's wild, man. Lamau, cringe, feel bad about your hobbies that are different than mine, bozo. Reasonable.
Sweaty.
Don't be a wimp. Anything's worth it for more food supplies.
I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to say anything. Hilda is sweaty.
Move over, Raphael. Somehow you make the heat even worse.
Let's stay calm, everyone. Once we meet up with Judith's soldiers, we can go right back home.
Oh, I finally remembered. The legend goes that this valley was born from the wrath of the goddess. They say a pillar of light poured from the heavens and completely burned away the forest that used to be here.
It is absolutely wild that the reason ALL exists is because they literally just fired an ICBM at the fucking thing. Thank you for the splash, I appreciate that. Yeah, Raphael will be usable by the time we get to the final map, for sure. That's what our game plan's gonna be.
So you're telling me the goddess, who is supposed to be benevolent, burned a forest to a crisp? Typical.
That's what the legend would have us believe, but it's not recorded in any of the scriptures.
Either it's completely made up, or the goddess is some kind of monster.
The time for idle chatter is over, Claude. Look over there.
It's Sorry, I'm just picturing Sothis being like the gremlin, El Goblin gremlin mode. She's definitely a
someone
monster
come
of
to
some
greet us?
kind.
That banner does not bear the Daphnal crest.
If memory serves, that's the crest of House Row, formerly Lords of the Kingdom. They joined the Empire's side without hesitation during the coup. And now here they are, lying in wait for us.
Damn. I thought we had disposed of all the spies.
House Row is mediocre and vulgar, but I hear their knights are powerful.
What about the Daphnal soldiers? You don't think...
We gotta beat him
We've
up.
already been spotted, so there's no time to come up with a brilliant plan. Everyone, prepare for battle. I leave the command in your capable hands, my friend.
Ugh. Alrighty. I mean, the good thing is that our units are good. I think they're pretty good. So, shouldn't have problems. The only issue is, I'm trying to get Raph axes and stuff, so... Where is it? So he is holding an axe, and is not very good at wielding it. That's not what I want to do. I want combat arts. Yeah, all of this is ass. Let's give him smash at least, and then I think Caspar could, like, probably use bombard because he is trying to train fists so that he can spec into a War Master. He already has unique dialogue with both the boss and Ash in this battle, if you've never seen it. Do I want to do that? I feel like the problem with this map is that, like, you know, the guy or Judith gets ambushed, so it's a problem. Even if they aren't good, you can always just warp in someone to insta-kill the boss once Judith starts dying. Well, yeah, that's the problem, is that I don't think last time I did this map, it's like I didn't waste time, basically, because I think, the problem is that Judith dies, basically, is what I'm gonna say. Oh, hey, look, Ash is on this map. I mean, do we want to deploy Yuri? I feel like that's a lot of effort. It's like, who could we not deploy? Frankly, I mean, it seems like a lot. Do you want to summarize for me what they talk about? So that I don't have to do it. You need to shield them for both attacks, so it's not worth it. Well, use a Divine Pulse. Like, you do the attack and then, like, Divine Pulse it. Yeah, just let me know what happens. Just let me know. Deploy Yuri, you can make the ladies make out.
If that puny force of children is able to kill me, of course.
So, their general must be that stubborn-looking old man. He looks like he wouldn't even forgive a sobbing child. It's good we came armed for the occasion. Care to find Judith?
I find it really funny that this guy's talking mad shit for someone who's about to get their ass kicked.
Flames are flaring everywhere and burning people where they stand. LL's a terrible place. Everyone, if you don't want to get burned to a crisp, watch your step.
Okay.
What's my strategy?
Drop.
I will prevail.
Ready when you are.
Oh, Ingrid is a Griffin Knight, though. She actually succeeded in classing up.
Let's clean up.
Leave it to me.
Let's make this quick.
At the ready.
Does this person have advantage? They do. However, it's like a 31% to hit. I believe they'd miss.
Too easy.
Easy.
Put me in there.
My turn?
Shall we?
The crest of flames! Quite full of themselves, aren't they?
Just as I thought. The Professor's army. But it's too late to back out now.
Yeah, damn,
In
Ash
Otto's
is so
place,
dead.
I have to do my duty.
Next try.
Also, I do find it incredibly funny that like, the difference between Ingrid being our dodge tank as opposed to, like, Dimitri is that Ingrid is not horrendously overleveled due to killing everything on retaliation. You can always just avoid fighting Ash, but where's the fun in that? Yeah, exactly. No, he's like super dead. Like, we are definitely killing him. But Ash is sort of cute, almost. Nice. We were just setting up last hits. Let's go. Totally intentionally, 100%. Can we bombard this guy? Wow. That's ass. Straight ass cheeks. Oh no. We need to give you like one movement. I guess. Love that for you, Lysithia. Ah. Now what? We go vilify Ash.
I don't want to fight you, Professor, but this is how it has to be. There's no turning back.
Bonk.
I'm grateful.
Rally magic actually potentially being useful.
Much needed.
Bonk.
I know this is it, but I don't want to die.
I see you. He's gonna be fine, right? He's gonna be okay. What's his attack? 1 times 2. Hey, he's gonna survive! Everything's gonna be fine. You truly intend to forfeit your life for us, Ro. There's still time to change your mind. I finally understand. Mm-hmm. Can I, like, bait them over here? Perhaps, perchance. Ooh, I could have. Oh, that's fine.
Too slow. Next try. Too slow.
Nice 0% to hit, loser.
Maya, I'm sorry.
What is that? The freaking 2x critical? Like, okay, man. Alright, my bad. Shit, dude.
Leave it to me.
My bad, man. We'll just go over here, I guess. Okay, what I wanted to do... That's fine. I was gonna reposition Samir, Jesus.
Ready when you are.
Reposition Shamir to be able to go over the ledge, but it's really not that important. Getting a taste of your own medicine?
Make this quick.
Why does that sound like... Why does it sound sus? Hey, yo?
Nice try.
What do you mean getting a taste of your own medicine? What does that mean? Okay. I do find it funny how Lorenz also suffers from a similar fate to Ingrid, where he's always the setup attack and never the finishing attack. Getting double crit by an archer? Yeah, honestly, like, getting double crit by an archer, it makes sense. It makes sense that it's finally happening to us. We've summoned so many NPC archers in Engage, and then finally we're not getting or they're roasting us. Finally,
What's my strategy?
You hear what you want to, creep? I mean, you're probably not wrong, but... He knew the price of standing for his beliefs and he paid it gladly. I will do the same. I like you. Don't be an idiot, or maybe I'll just have to smack some sense into you. Sorry, honestly, I read that as like, you're an idiot, I like you. Something like that. Not the tsundere. You're dumb. And I like you because you're dumb. Okay, the smash doesn't do anything. Man, why does Raph suck so much? He's so bad, dude. That doesn't do anything.
My turn?
This is surprisingly bad. Tactical Hanneman inbound.
I will prevail.
Appreciate it.
Petra level 35 is so funny, considering she was under-leveled, like, pre-time skip. Ah. This does not work out how I wanted it to. Oh, Thorn actually hits. Let's go. I think I had to do that the other way around, though. Nope, it's fine. Yeah, how does Yuri work if Ash is a guy? It doesn't make sense. I don't get it. I don't understand. Man, do you want a comedy award? Because that's got to be the first time that joke's ever been made, right? I think you deserve comedy. You deserve the comedy award. I don't know how we're going to get it to you, but yeah. Yuri and Ash are a lot more gay when it comes to Three Hopes. Reasonable. Oh yeah, I think there's like an ambush here. I don't know if I'm remembering that correctly.
Appreciate it.
Hopefully not, but I'm pretty sure there is.
Too slow.
I'm just gonna skip. Oh hey, look, it's Judith. Don't die, Judith.
Oh, the hero Daphne is here.
Alright. That's for me.
Thank you.
Meteor does not. I mean, I guess so. I guess we can do it. Let's fire off the meteor. And then for these goobers, what do we want to do? I mean, I guess we haven't aggroed them, so we don't actually need to worry about them. Like, I don't think Lysitia can actually get in range to be valuable or useful. Yep. Skipa.
For now.
She's just gonna die immediately. She's already at like how much health? 36 out of 35. I mean, these people are attacking someone else. They're attacking the guard. Let's see if she survives. Man, I just can't speak today. Let's see if she God, this is what not sleeping does to you. Let's see if she survives. She sells seashells by the seashore. Let's see if she survives a round. Because if she does, then I don't know why that took so long to process.
I will no doubt.
Then we can just chill. We can just chill. We don't have to worry about it. Oh my god. Bonk.
A predictable success.
Oh no, is the lad moving?
That helps.
Thank you.
So we can make sure this archer is dead.
You're incredible.
So you've chosen to turn your blade against the cord. Never thought I'd see the day. Don't think... I don't think you're allowed to say that one, Gwendol. That's crazy. And yet you are seeing it, aren't you? Okay. Can I bring them over here? Oh, Pluty, how's it going? It's been a while. What's up?
Here we go.
Ah, we are getting ambushed. How awful. We have been ambushed. Ah.
Does a whelp like you really expect to kill me? I am Gwendol, the Grey Lion. A night by the hand of Count Rowe!
Not quite. Crack. Too slow.
Sig dodge. Oh, what's right? We were gonna see if Judith dies. Man, it's crazy how we don't even get one turn. We just like straight up just don't even get a turn. That's actually wild. All right, so yeah, I mean it is time for us to go. That's I don't know.
Put me in there.
Like, this feels like one of those maps where, like, they just did not adapt it at all for Maddening, and they were like, yeah, it's fine. It was not fine. Narrator, it was not fine. Okay, let's see if we can... We're still gonna get some XP over here, I think. Like, doing the thing that we did before. But Lysithea will walk up to Gwendol and just fucking kill him. Today's a great day. I found a classical guitar at a flea market for 38. Nice! And it's like in good condition. It's not
Leave it to me.
like I know some old guitars, like they don't hold their tuning very well, stuff like that. Oh, I wonder if walking over there is the trigger for the reinforcements. That might be it.
Shall we?
Yeah, I hope you're doing well, man. It's been a while.
Let's make this quick.
That's certainly what we're gonna do, Lysithea. Kill him. I mean, I guess there's a % chance that this just doesn't work. So there's that. 47 times 2. I mean, that's hilarious. So, we're gonna risk it. I can't imagine that this actually works, but...
I am Gwendol.
Yes. Oh, okay. That is okay.
Let's clean up. Ready when you are.
Sick crest trigger.
At the ready.
Let's make this
right. Say what you will, I know your true feelings for me. Sure you haven't watched my back by Sure you watched my back by order of the Count, but you cared too. You're the only one who treated me as an equal. That is all in the past. This is no time for misplaced sentimentality. I must do what I came here to do. So, I am unfamiliar with why any of that is relevant. So, is the idea that Gwendol was part of how, like, Yuri is, like, could escape, is in the underground, it's not Underdark, right? What's it called? He's chilling out. He's being chilling.
So I have found a place to die.
Gwendol adopted Yuri when he was young. I see.
I thank you.
Abyss. Alright, good job, Lysithea. Proud of you.
Struggling with the position he found himself in. It's time to gather ourselves and pull back our troops.
Okay. Hanneman MVP? That's so funny. Yeah, Hanneman, sure. You got it. That's all you, buddy. MVP for sure. For real.
To think we'd get into a scrap here of all places. We're lucky we all made it out alive.
Real easy chapter. Yeah, the unfortunate thing, Memer, is that, like, I wish I could have fought more things or saved Judith or, like, cleared more of the map, but the map is literally just like, oh yeah, did you feel like stride skipping, warp skipping, whatever? Like, did you feel like spending all of your movement to get to the boss so that you could simply just eliminate the boss? Well, here you go. Here's a bunch of reasons why you should do that right now immediately. It's like, come on, man. I want to play the game, not win the map. Alright.
Don't worry about it. In this day and age, it's a miracle I've been unscathed this long. Anyway, long time no see, Professor. Are you still watching this boy's back?
Can you quit calling me a boy in front of everyone? I'm the leader of the Alliance now. It's not proper.
Not proper, is it? Says the leader who has neglected Alliance territory for years. If you're really the master tactician, you should go back to working quietly at whatever little desk you do your planning on.
Damn, that's
crazy. Don't call me that either. Who even came up with that nickname?
It's a perfect title for a boy who loves crafty schemes as much as you do.
Damn.
You should be grateful to the professor. On your own, you'd look like a scoundrel of a leader.
Crazy how in this route she's just like roasting this man into oblivion. So funny.
Judith is around.
As expected from the leader of the prestigious House Daphne, her dignity is beyond compare, even if she is no longer one of the 5 great lords.
Where a lot of post-time skip chapters have multiple bosses. Yeah, I like how they did it in Engage, where they gave the bosses multiple HP bars, similar to how they gave monsters multiple HP bars and stuff, like, just so that the bosses actually have a little bit of meat to them. You actually have to, like, whack them a little bit. The unfortunate thing about that, I will say, is that, like, in Fire Emblem, you really run into the problem of needing to kind of sweep things. So it's like, okay, well, if you don't sweep it, if you let the boss move, it will probably kill you, which is unfortunate. But I think at a more, like, casual, like, the hard experience of Engage is fine. Like, if you're just kind of whacking the boss, then, like, it whacks you, and then, like, you have it for a couple of turns and stuff like that. I think it's a little bit better. I'm going to quickly use the bathroom. We will continue this cutscene, and then I think we'll do supports. And then, yeah, we'll go from there. Okay. Back in 2 seconds. Okay, I'm back. Yeah. I had a question, because, like, there's an animated emote in Twitch chat. Do people find it distracting if it just stays there? Because I find it a little distracting. It's like, yeah, no one really talks in the Twitch chat, so that's just gonna be there for, like, the entire rest of the uptime now. Does that make sense? Is that, like, strange to anyone else but me? Random question. Like, should I push it? Should I bump it? Like, yes, but I'm not looking at the screen much. Yeah, that's fair. It's like, I like animated emotes when they, like, kind of scroll past, and then they don't, like, stay there for too long, but I can't say I do personally. Like, as in, you can't... Sorry, I don't know what question I actually asked. You don't find it distracting?
The 5 most influential lords of the Leicester Alliance. They hold the voting rights at the Roundtable conferences. House
You don't
Daphne
find them
used to be
distracting,
included
okay.
among their ranks, but division from within has hastened their decline.
Sounds good.
Their vote has since been passed to the emerging Margrave Edmund.
Thanks for the exposition, Gloucester boy.
Boy?
Boy.
Now to business.
Gloucester
There were
boy
some
also being
unexpected
called boy.
interruptions, but I've brought soldiers and supplies as promised.
Thanks, Judith. I'll gladly take them off your hands.
Hold your horses, boy. You're misunderstanding. These soldiers are precious to me. I made them what they are. I'm not about to loan them out to someone.
No? Then why did you come here?
What I'm saying is that I'll be joining your army.
Hmm.
You're going to fight the Empire with the Knights of Seros, right? Fight for Lady Rhea? Not without me.
That's admirable and all, but we still don't know for sure if Rhea is in the...
Oh, she's there. A witness saw Lady Rhea being dragged off by the Imperial Army after the battle 5 years ago.
Are you sure?
One of my own saw it happen. I'm certain.
So we were right in our decision to fight against the Empire.
But you're the leader of House Daphne. Is it okay for you to leave your territory unattended?
And what about you? Is it okay for you to leave the Regan territory unattended?
That's... I've left it in the hands of a reliable retainer and...
And I've asked that
Who?
retainer to watch over Daphne.
Who exactly? Who?
Well.
Wait. You just up and decided to get my retainer to do that without even asking me? No respect, this one.
Yeah, who?
Oh, you haven't met him yet, Professor? His name is Nardell. He strikes me as a really special individual. And he's quite handsome, too.
What?
So that's your definition of handsome?
Huh?
No objections, then? Good. That settles it. House Daphne is now yours to command.
I'm sure you'd come along even if I refused. So be it. We'll be counting on you, Judith.
Cool.
With Judith joining our forces, we've secured some more troops and supplies, albeit not many.
I'm sorry it couldn't be more.
No, it's enough for the time being. We'll use them to secure even more troops and supplies.
How are we... I was gonna say, how are we gonna do that? Guys, we need the money for the plan. The plan to get the money. We're gonna use this money. We're gonna have money. Money get more. The plan gets us more money. The money plan. The plan to get more money. The plan that we are doing with this money will get us more money, also known as the money plan. How are we gonna do that, Claude?
The key to my plan is Count Gloucester, the leader of the pro-Empire faction in the Alliance.
Oh,
You
okay.
intend to sway my father to join the other side?
If Count Gloucester were to switch to the other side, that would basically unify the Alliance. Then we could utilize our full military force in the fight against the Empire.
You don't mean to ask me to persuade him, do you? That would be quite impossible.
I don't plan on it. We'll just take his concerns out of the equation. The Aramid River flows along the border between Gloucester territory and the Empire, right? Of all the bridges that cross it, the Great Bridge of Murden is the only one near Gloucester territory large enough for an army. Currently, the Imperial Army occupies it.
So, if we were to capture the bridge...
Count Gloucester would be freed from the threat of the Empire, thanks to us.
But we have to pass through Gloucester territory to reach the Great Bridge of Murden, do we not?
Yes, and if we attempted it, naturally he would try to stop us.
I am sorry, but I must ask. Surely you do not plan to engage in combat with my father?
Oh, we're gonna beat
Don't
his
worry.
ass.
I want him as a
Oh, I
future
mean,
ally.
no, we're not gonna beat
What
his
good would
ass.
it
My
do to
bad.
waste both of our forces fighting?
What is your scheme?
Who do you think you're talking to, Teach?
What's up, squad
Preparations
fam?
are in the works even now.
We are
So
playing
the Master
Fire
Tactician
Emblem.
is finally going to show us his
We're
true
playing
power.
Emblem
I'm
Pro
looking forward to it.
for a
I'll
long
do my
time.
best
Immediately
to
a
live
butt
up to
joke.
that name
What?
by making my scheme
I
as
just said
impressive
squad
as
fam.
possible.
What? How is that a butt joke? That has nothing to do with butts at all. What? Huh? pound them? Well, I said we were gonna beat them up, as in like it's like, oh,
Part 2.
Are we gonna
Wind.
make an enemy of your dad? And it's like, yeah, we're gonna beat him up.
The rose-colored river. The Alliance army successfully rendezvous with Judith in Aelel. With the addition of House Daphnel's forces, the time has come to invade Empire territory.
Yeah, we've been playing Fire Emblem for a long time. This is our 4th run on Maddening. So we've done the 3 other routes, the 2 Black Eagles routes. We did Blue Lions first, and now we are on Golden Deer. Oh God. And we're just trying to make it through. We're also hoping that our freaking
preparations are complete. Now it's a
characters can pass our exams, because we need them to be war masters.
Care to elaborate on this plan of yours, Claude? Can we really do this without battling my father?
Pretty soon, Count Gloucester will need to gather his troops in the northern part of his territory.
Okay.
The kingdom has experienced constant infighting since the coup. They're out of the picture for
The
now.
coup?
The combined forces of the Regan and Daphnel houses will threaten the northern part of the Gloucester territory. Nardell, that retainer I mentioned, is going to draw their attention.
We'll take that opportunity to make our way through Gloucester territory and launch a surprise attack on the Great Bridge of Murden.
And are you not concerned about the possibility that I may tip off my father?
The future of the Alliance rests on this battle. I'm certain you won't betray us.
I will ensure our
Yeah, I
success.
don't know. Lorenz is kind of an ass. I would believe that he would betray us.
If we can win this fight, then our next goal will be to topple Enbar, the Imperial capital. I said before that my plan was to meddle with the Empire, but I'm gonna do you
But
one
he's
better.
hot. Oh no. We have another Lorenz stand? That's crazy. Not another one.
We are going to defeat the Empire, once and for all. But to do that, we can't afford to slip up here. Bear that in mind and prepare yourselves for the coming battle.
He was originally supposed to. I think I remember that. I think I remember someone saying that, yeah, Lorenz was actually supposed to betray us. And there were supposed to be other people that betrayed with him, right? And they just, like, didn't do that.
Regardless.
Base Lorenz enjoyer. I do want to mention, by the way, that I was this, I'm gonna say this years old, but like, it took me this many playthroughs for Lawrence's name to be said enough times for me to know that his name is actually Lawrence. It is actually like Lawrence, like L-A-W-R, like Lawrence. So, but like it really is typed like it is spelled Lorenz. So it feels like I want to call it Lorenz. Lorenz does temporarily leave the squad on Church and Blue Lions route, so there's still some of that in the game. I see. That makes sense. Yeah, because you have to like recruit him afterwards or whatever. I like women better, but maybe it's because he's so femme. Yeah, he's rather effeminate. That's probably the point. Alright, so we have a bunch of supports. Let's see what we can get through. Start. Retainer conversation.
I feel like I'm drowning in responsibilities. Claude, take my mind off it all. Regale me with another of your weird childhood stories.
This is an A support.
How about an old story from a foreign land that my dad told me when I was a kid?
Okay.
Once upon a time, there was a white camel that got separated from his herd.
I'm so happy for that white camel. I really thought he was gonna die.
I'm glad that the
story
camel
really
is
worth
okay.
bawling your eyes out over?
It was wonderful. Don't you know how moving that story is?
You know, I never
Hilarious.
thought much of it until today. But seeing you bawling like that, I do appreciate it a little more now.
What's that mean?
Well, you're always fake crying, aren't you? Getting all misty-eyed to make people think you're a delicate flower?
We didn't hear the whole story. I wanted to know. Can you make up the rest? Well, there was a white camel that got separated from its herd. Because the camel saw something in the distance. It was looking out for the rest of the herd, actually. It wanted to scout ahead. But as it kept approaching that thing in the distance, there was nothing to be found. By the time the white camel turned around, the entire herd was gone. And then it died. I was like, I don't know how we're going to spin this around. I'm not a good improv story maker. How did the white camel get back? How did they find it? They were guided by a miraculous spirit. It was so sad. And then it died. Ah, no. There was a robed spirit from a video game called Journey that guided the white camel back to its herd. He didn't blend into the sand. Oh no. There's unused dialogue on this coming map where Lorenz and Claude have dialogue with each other. That's funny. Yeah, I guess because they didn't do the thing. You know what is really funny about that, by the way? There's a surprising amount of... I mean, I shouldn't say surprising amount, but like... There's just so much shit that you have to put into a game that it's like... Well, we might use it. So it's not like we're gonna delete it when we actually, like, compile everything to be shipped off and sent and whatever. It's like, yeah, I don't know. It's just there. It's just in there somewhere. That's fine.
What? You're awful. I only cry when I'm sad.
Claim what you like, but I can spot real tears from fake tears any day of the week. Fess up.
If you understand me so well, maybe it's because you're no different.
How's that?
When you smile or laugh, it's not sincere. I can tell. I've only seen you genuinely smile a handful of times. Like when you're talking to the professor.
Unless it's taking up a lot of space, it's a waste of time to seek out every last part that went unused. Yeah, basically this. It's just like, dog, I don't have time to clean this shit up.
Wow, good one, Hilda. You hit me right in the gut. I guess you're right. I'm not so different from you in that way. But how did you come to realize that? Have you been watching me that closely?
I'm afraid so. My eyes seem to wander toward you of their own accord.
What the heck?
Hold on. Forget I said
Bro,
that.
what?
I didn't say that.
Hello?
No can do. Forgetting isn't something this crafty brain of mine is capable of. Besides, my eyes have a tendency to wander in your direction too. How else do you think I found out about your fake crying?
Huh?
All right.
What are you getting
Okay.
at?
Say, Hilda, once everything's settled down, do you want to come meet my parents?
Very
I mean,
direct.
don't get the wrong idea. You just seem interested in my family. Besides,
What?
you've opened up
What
to
do you
me
mean, don't
quite a
get the
bit.
wrong
I
idea?
still haven't let you in on my own secrets. If you meet my parents, I think you'll understand. Though it might come as a bit of a surprise.
This is too much bad Riz.
I'd be lying if I said I wasn't curious.
Well then, neither of us changes our minds before
What,
the
do you not
opportunity
just, like,
presents itself. Let's agree to go visit my home.
dead ass just say, hey, come meet my parents? Is that not the play nowadays?
True, that might be a tough nut to crack. As tough as Fodlan's locket.
Yeah, I gotta say, I don't know what the Riz is like nowadays. Like, how do you Riz people up? How do you have positive Riz? Now, kid. I need Riz lessons.
Hi, Ingrid. That was a great training session today, wasn't it?
It was indeed, Claude. It's so nice to see you.
Things have been pretty busy lately, though. I hope you're taking the time to rest whenever you have the chance.
I thank you for the concern. You are ever so kind.
I've finally got a free day tomorrow, so I was planning to sleep through the morning and laze around all day.
That sounds so lovely. Perhaps I should do the same.
You make epic memer jokes and say Skibbity Toilet in Ohio. Does that really work? Like, are you saying that if I approached a female and then said epic memer joke XD rar lamau 420 blaze it huck to a spit on that thing, that's like confirmed that will actually work 100% for real? 100% awesome. I gotta make sure to use that in my personal life. So Unicorn is instead suggesting to give a firm handshake. It's actually so funny to me how it's like, ah, yes, of course. I will simply go in there and shake their hand. Yes, of course. So what if we combine both of these together and I shook their hand, whoever it is, and then also said Skibbity Toilet, Ohio, sticking out your gat. You know what's really funny about this is that, like, I feel like I am not up to date on memes, like, ever. Like, I feel old. Every time that a meme gets passed my way, I'm just like, can I even say Skibbity Toilet anymore? Like, that's old, right? Isn't Skibbity Toilet, like, old? Like, wow, you're so skibbity? Is that, like, is that still concurrent? Or, like, I don't know if that's a thing that still works. Like, sorry, for reference. So, like, I still remember dabbing to Vine booms, you know what I mean? Like, that shit's so funny to me. But it's, like, just... I think that shit's old. It's like, get dabbed on. Like, that's funny. It's hilarious. As someone with everyday experience with middle schoolers, yes, it's still funny. Ah, I see. So they're still making the funny hee-hee Skibbity Toilet memes and saying Ohio Riz. Have you taken your back medicine today? I have not taken any back shots today, no. I have not. But man, I wish. Yeah, I'm trying to think if there was anything else. What else is like an old reference that doesn't make any sense? I mean, I literally said when Zoe joined, I literally said, "What's up, squad fam?" Like, that's old as fuck. They think I'm too old to understand any of it. Like, they'll whip and nay and I know what it is. Oh, what was something recently that was like, I was there when that shit was invoked? What was it? Because I'm literally obsessed with Gigi Murin from Hololive. She just makes bad memes. Bad old memes. Like, Bogos Binted is old. Like, that shit's old, man. So when they brought back Boat Goes Binted, it's like, I was there when those words were written, my dude. I was there when that reference was made. When that existed the first time. Oh, what's another one? Oh, psych, that's the wrong number? Oh, man. Simpler time.
Ingrid, will you just stop it already? You still doing that shtick?
Whatever do you mean?
Whatever do you mean?
Are you feeling all right? You're acting so demure. It's
wow,
kinda
so
creepy.
demure.
You can't be serious. I always knew you were a layabout, but I see now you're also an insensitive nitwit too. If I lecture you, you complain.
I want her
If
to
I act
berate
pleasant,
me.
You also complain.
Ah, you switched back.
Please, tell me how to behave. At least if you're commandeering my behavior, I'll get less of an earful of your complaints. Have you ever even once considered thinking before you speak? And you wonder why people so rarely trust you.
Ah, right. I'm sorry.
Oh
I
no,
guess that
thinking's
was
not my
kind of
strong suit.
insensitive.
Wow, quite the apology. Sounds a lot like one of your myriad excuses. Do you
Myriad?
really expect empty
Make copies
apologies to
attacking
help
each
you get
opponent?
your way?
I'm suddenly feeling dizzy. Oh,
Oh, I
so
played
dizzy.
Drevi the other
We'll
day,
have to
and
talk
I
about this later.
There you go again.
I'll
You
let
and your
this
excuses.
cutscene finish.
I thought if I made extra efforts to be pleasant, he and I might finally interact without bickering. I just don't know what the best approach is with him.
This is
There
the
is no best approach.
oh, there we go. I was confused for
Were
a
you
second.
listening to everything I just said? Ugh. I thought you'd run off.
I told you before, didn't I? You're better off as your normal, prickly self. I don't mind getting lectured by you, so keep on doing that from time to time, okay? Just maybe not all of the time. Anyway, oh, the dizziness. Bye.
Oh, the dizziness.
As if an occasional lecture could ever cut it.
Oh, the risery. Everybody wants to be my skibbity. Okay, what was I saying? Oh, I played Drevi. I don't really know how much I want to make this comment, but it's like, no kid. Because no one plays Magic and it doesn't actually matter. But the point is that my current build of Drevi is like kind of a mediocre aggro deck, or like I say mediocre, but like clearly its game plan is to get a lot of mana, a lot of shit on the table, and then just attack people. So someone was playing Nekuzar, and I had a is it Tishana? It was one of them. I think it's Tishana. It's like ETB draw cards for how many creatures you have on the board. And I also had an Edric. So, like, I'm going fast. Like, I'm drawing cards, I'm attacking people. This thing was like a 20-20. This guy plays Nekuzar. And I'm like, that thing's going to kill me if I draw any more cards. Attack you for, like, 24. And they were like, what the hell? So I was like, okay, you aren't dead. Time Walk, attack you again. So they have to block with a Nekuzar or they would die. But it's just like... I feel like... Because I was exploring the idea of playing an aggro deck in Commander in the sense that it's like people don't have infinite time to just build their board state and like battle cruiser out because I find that shit obnoxious. But unfortunately, when you play aggro, people will look at you like, why are you attacking me? It's like, my brother, you just... If I Tishana again, I'm gonna draw like 12 cards and die. What do you want me to do? So, I don't know. I don't know what reminded me of that. I said like skibbity. What were we talking about? I don't know why that just like randomly entered my head. But anyways, the point is random magic anecdotes that no one cares about.
Do you remember this place? This is where your dagger almost took my nose off.
Ah, yes, the poisonous spider.
You really scared me senseless back then. I thought I was about to die.
I would not take a life without reason.
Ever since then, I've been intrigued by you. Somehow, I keep returning to this spot.
For a nap, I'm sure.
You see right through me, don't you? But it's true that I think about you a lot. What are you gonna do once the war is over? Have you decided on your next place to belong?
I haven't given it much thought.
Will you go back to Dagda?
I care a lot. That story reminded me of something. You are appreciated. Thank you for the head pet. Oh, the reason why that head pet is behind my head is because the spout capture is not working. So the temporary capture is currently first in line. Yeah. I don't know. So bizarre. It's just weird that they were like, I'm gonna play this thing that prevents you from doing the thing that you were doing, because you will die. It's like, well, if that's the threat, then why don't you take this 20 damage to the face? So
There was no one waiting for me there, and no reason to hurry back. Besides, I've grown accustomed to the nomadic lifestyle. I can make do wherever I find myself. Though, I may be interested in visiting Almyra.
Almyra? That's a bit out of nowhere.
It's as far from my homeland as possible. That's reason enough for me.
she's hot awooga. Yeah, Shamir is great. Very to the point. I appreciate her a lot.
And you? Where will you go?
Oh, I haven't decided anything just yet. But if you're heading to Almyra, maybe I should pay a visit to Dagda.
Why would you do that?
So I can meet your parents.
because it's where you grew up. That certainly warrants a look. And once we've both seen our fill, how about we plan to meet back up somewhere in Fodlan?
And do what?
Meet my parents.
We can tell each other where we're headed next. Who knows, we might find ourselves belonging in the same place again. Though if we do, I hope it'll turn out to be more permanent than this.
Actually terrible Riz, not enough Skibbity.
We can decide where we belong when we get there.
True. The future's more fun when you don't know what it holds. I look forward to finding out, Shamir.
Now Kith, again. C support.
As expected, I am not finding anything at all.
Flame, are you looking for something in particular?
Imagine being vertically
I was just
challenged.
hoping for general reading that might illustrate the lives of city dwellers.
Right. Well, there should be regional records somewhere around here.
I haven't need of official records or anything of the like. Just some light reading on the subject.
Light reading? What do you mean by that?
Oh, you know, books that cover things like what types of activities young people enjoy, how they spend their free time.
See, Flane here is actually trying to learn about Skibbity, Riz, Ohio. She's actually trying to research the memes.
Popular fashions and trends, things of that sort. And even, perhaps, stories about romance.
Ah, I see what you're getting at. Try asking a traveling merchant. I hear they keep stock of books like that. As for here, I don't think you're gonna find much aside from a bunch of stuffy records. We do get new books donated on a fairly regular basis, but then Sedith, well, you know.
My brother? I am afraid I do not follow.
Apparently, he directly approves every book before it's allowed to grace these shelves. You know, to make sure nothing inappropriate gets through.
I see. I did not realize he had a hand in such things. Well, I suppose it really is no use searching here.
Why were you looking for those sorts of books anyway?
Well, truth be told, I am not particularly well versed in the ways of ordinary people.
What did you mean by
Never
that?
taught me of
What?
such things.
What does she mean by
And
that?
he strictly
What do you mean
forbade me
ordinary
from
people?
spending
What do you mean by
much
that,
time
huh, Flame?
about on my own.
Yeah, I had a feeling that might be the case. Sounds like Sedith.
I understand and appreciate that he acted from a place of concern, of course.
Without a doubt. It's obvious that you're his whole world, for better or worse. By the way, I've been wondering, are you two from a noble family?
People outside the
Clearly had a rather
monastery.
high-class upbringing, and both of you
Oh,
have
God.
crests. That can only mean you come from a prominent bloodline, right?
Of course not. No, you are mistaken.
So, your refined way of speaking isn't because of your upbringing?
I was not aware that my speech differed so greatly from my companions. Do I really sound so formal to you?
Well, look, don't worry too much about it. I'm probably just overthinking things. Probably.
What did she mean by this? Sounds sus.
Marianne! Come here! Quick!
Oh, what's wrong, Raphael?
It's that bird you were talking to! I just found it!
Oh, the bird again.
See?
Okay.
Right there on the lower branch. That's gotta be him. But he looks a little sad for some reason.
You're right. Do you mind if I handle this? Hello there, Mr. Bird. How do you do? Yes, I see. I see. So your food supply is...
Food? I got it.
I completely understand. I have seen more people and birds foraging for berries lately. It would be ideal if those berries were growing in another forest nearby. Then you wouldn't have to.
Are you hungry, Mr. Bird? I got just what you need.
Are those...
Oh no.
Yuck.
Look at him go. He's loving it. He's gonna get so big and strong after this.
That was...
Disgusting. Nice.
But how did you know he was hungry?
I could tell by looking at him. He looked hungry and weak.
Then why did you
More
call for
importantly,
her?
I
What?
saw what you did. That bird wasn't speaking human, so you gotta understand birdese. I knew it.
Birdies.
Oh, about that. I'm sorry.
Birdies,
Raphael,
these nuts.
but I need to tell you the truth. I can sort of understand what animals are thinking when I look at them, but I can't speak to them. I'm sorry for leading you on.
Oh, I see.
Wait,
What about me
you're
then?
telling me it was a
Can you tell what I'm
lie
thinking
the
when you look at me?
entire time?
uh,
Come on, man. I thought you could actually speak to animals.
Well, of course not. You're not even looking at me. You gotta look at my eyes.
Nope, still can't do it.
I guess I just gotta tell you. I'm thinking it would be nice if you talked to me the way you talk to animals.
What do you mean by that? What did you mean by this? I want Marianne to talk to me as if I were a dog.
What do you mean?
Whenever you talk to animals, you seem happy and friendly.
Literally fart when he sees a woman. I want you to talk to me how you talk to animals. Oh god.
I just wish you talked to me like that too.
I'm so sorry, Raphael. I didn't know.
What if I tried this? Cheep cheep chiree choo choo doo.
Raphael, come on.
Whoa! I've
Wait,
never heard
Dad?
you laugh
Okay.
before. I should have talked to you in birdese sooner. Cheep chirah cheep liwoo.
Am I doing a good job?
Sorry, I didn't quite catch that one.
I said you gotta eat bugs to grow big and strong, just like Mr. Bird.
I think I'll have to pass.
Incredible.
Come here.
Raphael?
All right.
Wait, it actually
That
worked.
went better than I thought.
He was actually able to do the
Sound
breath
pretty
technique
scared.
or the presence
I wasn't
hiding.
scared. Forget that happened. Still,
Oh, cute.
I'm impressed. You managed to sneak up on me. Not many can do that.
It's cause I practiced that in-out-out breathing you showed me. I practiced until I passed out. It was worth it though. I've been able to get real close to enemies lately without them noticing.
Raphael is
I
not
pretty
an
much got it
assassin.
Figured out. Sneaking up on you is a good sign.
True. To be honest, I didn't think you had it in you. I never thought you'd be able to suppress that unbearably palpable presence of yours. I respect anyone who could learn so much in such a short period of time. You might even be ready for a recon mission.
Recon? With you? And me? Together?
Why the surprise? I said you were
Recon?
ready.
Wow! I never thought I'd get to go scouting with you. I guess that practice really is paying off. Whoa! Was that a smile?
Shamir
Calm
smiled?
down, Raphael. Are you really that excited to go with me? Your presence may have dimmed, but your emotions are hitting me like a tidal wave.
Oh, sorry. Is there a way to breathe and hide those too?
No.
I
That
think if
requires
this
different
Raphael
training.
wielded a sigh, he would
else.
break them
I'll
immediately.
keep you informed about the recon mission.
Okay, great. Looking forward to it.
Don't think that one's happening.
Yet another lovely day. On such a fine day as this, it would certainly be nice to go for a stroll with someone. I wonder if anyone is around. Oh my, such awful noises. Who, or rather, what is making those sounds?
Huh? Oh, hello, Flame.
What the? Did you actually
My
scare her?
apologies. I feel a bit better now.
Jump scare.
Oh, you scared me. You nearly knocked me over with that scream.
Well, you startled me, appearing out of nowhere and making such sounds. What is it you are doing here anyway?
I'm just out here using logs to train.
Wow, are you really capable of lifting something so massive, Raphael?
Of course.
He's
Wanna see?
literally built like a fucking fridge, of course.
See? Told you I could do it.
That was magnificent. Do you suppose I could give it a try as well?
It might be a bit too much for your tiny arms.
Tiny or no, I want to be stronger. Do you have any tips for someone both
Is it gonna be the
willing and eager to
flame
grow?
lifting arc?
Probably
Giga Chad
best to
arc?
Start by practicing your battle cry. If you let out a good shout, you'll feel even more powerful.
You are a font of knowledge. Can you apply your wisdom and show me by example?
No problem. Just follow my lead. Yeah! Hurrah!
Yeah!
Cute. So scary.
There. Do I look stronger now?
Terrifying.
It's working! I knew this would help!
Show me your war face! Incredible. Oh, can we not do this yet? I think we've actually already seen this one.
Did you want something, Professor Hanneman?
Ah, Lysithea. Thank you for coming. First, I ask that you allow me to apologize. I fear I hurt you with my insensitive words. I have failed you, not as a researcher, but as a human being.
I'm the one who should apologize. I'm sorry for being rude to you.
It's been a while, though.
I'll keep going along with your research. I have to be on my way now.
Please, Lysithea, a moment more. I did not call you here simply to apologize. I told you once that you were an exquisite subject for my crest research. Why? Because there are no records of any other person ever having borne 2 crests.
Yeah, so like, you know, gotta explain this whole thing about like, you know, 2 crests, experimentation, you know, I'm dying, crest cancer, etc.
That overcoming your shortened lifespan is an impossible feat.
What is it you're implying?
Lysithea, what is my field of study?
Crestology, of course.
Indeed, and the goal of my field is to unravel every single mystery crests might conceal. Someday, I even hope to devise a means to bestow a crest upon any who desires one.
Why would you want to do such a thing?
Because I despise this world in which the presence or absence of a crest can determine a person's worth.
Honestly, so based.
However, if artificially implanting a crest causes too great a toll on the subject, it would be useless. As such, reducing the strain of crests on the human body is one of my research goals. Understanding how to implant a crest might also lead to the knowledge of how to remove them, yes?
Do you think removing a crest could mean that they won't suffer from its effects any longer?
What I am trying to tell you is, the question of whether your lifespan can be restored is entirely within the scope of my research.
Could you really do that?
It is difficult to say for sure, but as long as the possibility exists, I will continue to seek it. Lysithea, let me ask you once more. Will you assist me in my research?
Professor Hanneman, I think I'm the one who should be asking for your help, really. Anyway,
Yeah, not dying
I'm
sounds
sick of the
great.
crest determining a person's worth too.
Ah, is that right? Perhaps you would even like to begin studying crestology yourself. I think you would make a fantastic apprentice. A life devoted to research is a noble life, you know.
Dork.
If you do manage to restore my lifespan, I'd certainly think about it.
I will hold you to those words. Ah, I see a fine future ahead of us.
There was no "ho" written there in the text box. Okay.
There they go, starting another fight. I'm just gonna march over and... Wait, no. I have to restrain myself. I can't do it! Harry! You! Stop right there!
Alright, Casper.
Poor Casper. He can't stop himself.
I must
He does look quite
goon.
heroic, though, and seems to be having a good time.
Ha! That takes care of that. Oh. Oh no. Were you watching just now?
Who? Me? Watching what?
The fight that just happened? The fight that I definitely didn't start. I've been trying to restrain myself like you said, and I've been so good about it too. But they pulled me in. I tried to keep back, but...
Caspar addicted to beating the shit out of
I
people.
can't restrain myself. I just don't have it in me. But the bad
Yeah, he
guys were
has to
tough, so
goon.
it turned out fine, right?
Yes, completely fine. If that's what you want to do, who am I to complain?
Really? You're not gonna tell me how disappointed you are and that I need to be better? I figured you'd be mad, but you're actually smiling.
No use in getting mad. In fact, I found the whole spectacle very entertaining. You seem to be enjoying yourself.
I was. I mean, sometimes I just can't help myself and I gotta get out there. Wait a minute. So you were watching? Why didn't you try and stop me?
Me? Stop you? As if I would never voluntarily go to so much trouble.
Yeah, that sounds like a lot of effort.
You were fighting with so much passion. Couldn't help but feel smitten.
Huh?
Smitten? Wow. You must really love a good fight. I gotta admit, that one was pretty good. I guess I love fighting too.
That's... I don't know. Is that what she was saying? I don't... Whatever. Who does Casper have? Ah. There was one more, actually.
Leave this to me. Go.
Shamir, look out! Ah!
Caspar, are you all right? Talk to me.
Shamir!
Huh?
Lower your voice. I'm right here.
Look out! The enemy's right... We're in the infirmary?
Correct. It took you a while to wake up. You nearly died protecting me. Why did you do something so reckless?
Well, I saw that you were in trouble, and...
Is this your attempt to take
Yeah,
responsibility
Caspar's a
for
little
your
bit of a
father's
goober.
actions? I don't need your pity, Caspar.
Wait a minute. I do feel guilty for what my father did to the Dagdans, but this has nothing to do with that. I saw you were in danger and my body moved before I could even think about it.
Yeah, Caspar's a little bit of a
You
goober.
are still a fool.
Yeah, I mean, he's
Learn to
not
protect
denying
yourself
it.
Before trying to protect me. There's no point in losing one life to save another. Yours holds just as much value as mine.
I understand what you're saying, but...
However, I cannot deny that I owe you a debt. Thank you, Caspar. And I apologize.
For what? You didn't do anything.
For when we spoke before. I may have been too harsh. I
actually don't
hold a
remember that
grudge against
conversation.
Someone who would risk his life for mine. That said, you need not worry about me.
Yeah, glad to hear it. But I gotta say, not worrying about you is a lot easier said than done.
Okay. And we are caught up on supports. Oh, I guess there's also like... Oh, I said like we weren't really going to explore. Except for talking to... Okay, hold on a second. We're going to talk to like a couple people. Who are we going to talk to? Claude was one of them. Don't remember who the other ones were. So I don't feel the need to talk to everybody. What does Claude have to say?
If our plan succeeds, we'll arrive at the Great Bridge of Murden unscathed. The important part is what happens next. We're evenly matched in terms of military power, more or less. So if we can just launch a surprise attack... I wouldn't be so sure. That bridge is almost like a fortress. The defense there is rock solid. But that's why you're here, Teach. No matter the odds, you're the wild card we need to win.
Hilda, Ignatz, and Raphael. I think that's accurate.
It looks like people are slowly starting to come back to the town. I guess they feel safe now that you and the Knights of Seros have returned. Peddlers have become more common too, so there'll be food and supplies available. After being run down for all those years, it's really becoming livable again.
The entire collapsed monastery in the background. I guess it's, you know, still livable. The dining hall is at least fine.
Thanks to all that food from Judith, I'm full for once. I've got so much energy. Let me at that great bridge of Murden. I'll bust it down myself.
I appreciate your enthusiasm.
But then how do we cross?
Yeah, yeah, probably not the best idea. Okay. Where's Ignatz? Hello, Ignatz.
The Great Bridge of Murden isn't just a bridge. It has the features of a fortress. I believe it was built for military purposes by the first leader of the Adrestian Empire. In other words, it's even older than the monastery. So if we occupy the Great Bridge, we'll have to search it from top to bottom.
Okay. I think that's everybody now. Oh, wait. Wait. Judith is in the monastery. Did I see that right? Where was she? Aha! Judith is new. Hello.
I don't know where he recruited that man, but Claude's got an eye for great talent. I'm talking about his retainer, Nardell. I've only spoken with him briefly, but he seems to have a fair amount of both brains and brawn, with the skills to match. But there's something about him I can't quite place, like I've somehow heard of him before.
Okay. Yeah, I totally remember who this Nardell person is. 100%. Absolutely. Okay. So that's going to be it for today. We'll go prepare for next week to proceed more. I think we might do 2 Fire Emblem streams again next week. I don't know. Because Blueprints is kind of hitting that point where the most amount of threads, like farming the blue notes, is going to take a while and stuff like that. So might do Blueprints tomorrow and then switch Saturday, Sunday to both Fire Emblem? I'm not sure. Actually, I think over the course of the last few weeks, 5 streams has felt like a lot, personally. So, and I don't know if that's just because I've been playing like really, really long streams with Blueprints, but I've been thinking about that. So we'll see. But at least Blueprints tomorrow, and then I'll make a decision by Wednesday. So, but hey, if you're still here, I'm going to say thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being here. I appreciate your support as always, and I will see you all next time. Bye. Bye.